Thank you all for staying this late afternoon to listen and watch my presentation. So, as Andy said, I'm with the Industrial Digitalization 4.0 project, and this is the impetus. This gave me the impetus to talk about the Internet of Things and independent learning, because the Internet of Things is part of the ID4 agenda. So I thought, okay, I'll see if I can link it up with independent learning. A bit of humor is always a good idea. I mean, knowledge is everywhere and anytime. This is not a cliche, this is a fact. And, and it makes a huge impact on learning in general, particularly independent learning, when it's anytime, anywhere. Now, there were questions earlier on. I listened to several of the talks raising a number of issues. What is independent learning? Complexities, opportunities, why independent learning, why change things from traditional to different ways. Well, the world is changing, and we're forgetting that there is proliferation of digital impact on society and on individuals and on learning. So, we are approaching this kind of world where devices talk to us, the world talks to us. And that is also true of education. So the world is changing, and we need to take note of that because of the digital power. So what is the Internet of Things, and why is it relevant to education? The Internet of Things is about connectivity. Connectivity of the world, connectivity of devices, people, processes, everything that's around us. This is my first Internet of Things. My smartphone is connected to the rest of the world through the cloud, hence it's an Internet of Things. I then went and invested about £20 in this gadget from a leading digital supplier, which has over 100 type of sensors. And I bought it to show my students that you can create an Internet of Things, hook it up to the cloud, connect it to my phone, get data from the sensors that are in it, and display it on graphic charts on my phone and monitor, all in about 60 seconds. So it is cheap, Internet of Things is cheap, and it's available, and it's powerful, and it has a huge impact on learning and teaching. So that's what the Internet of Things is, about connectivity. I haven't, but the Fitbit is a device, is an Internet of Things. It tracks activity. So, and all that, the whole world is connected in the cloud. So that's what the Internet of Things are, if you didn't know. And because of that revolution, because of the connectivity, because the whole world is connected, it gives us the opportunity to rethink everything we do. Rethink education, how we communicate with students, how we interact with students, how we plan, etc., etc., etc. And take advantage of the opportunities given. It also gives us data comes out of these. Data comes out of these. Big data comes out of these. If we can then harness that data, tap into it, we become more aware, we become more knowledgeable about students' learning requirements, demands, needs, opportunities, weaknesses, etc. And this is one of the other reasons for why we need to depart from traditional teaching environments. We are moving into what is known as the smart campuses. We're not there yet, but there is a movement towards it. And that's what a smart campus almost looks like, where everything is connected. You could have a student in a park, in a pub, somewhere, anywhere, anytime, linking up to the classroom and learning and participating in that education. I know some might think, well, that's not the norm, etc. I agree, there are issues surrounding it, but there's an opportunity there. We haven't really tackled it properly, but the opportunity is there. You could also have, at the bottom of the screen, a student remotely connecting with a physical lab, operating robots to carry out experiments. That's independent learning or remote learning. So there are these opportunities. Why they're there? Because of the digital world. I'll play a couple of minutes of this 4-minute video. It's because I thought, if I can make my students this happy with digital technology, then that's an achievement. Okay, so, digitalization makes an impact, and it's a powerful tool. I also promised in my blurb for the LALT people that, there'll be some case studies. I'll let you have a look at these case studies. They cover the full breadth of independent learning through this JISC study. Given that independent learning, a lot of people talked about it. It's about personalization, student-focused, student-centered learning, ownership of learning. That's what independent learning is about. How does the Internet of Things promote it? Well, it does in so many ways. It changes students' lifestyle in terms of learning, assessment, feedback, interaction, being monitored, etc. So, the tool is powerful. IoT empowers personalized learning through at least 4 types of configurations. Gives students a voice. Gives students the opportunity to be co-creators. I know some people mentioned that during the several talks. Students use the net and the cloud to socially interact, express views, feedbacks, which we as educators need to take that into account. And it allows students to go through the process of self-discovery because they have their hands on the learning process. They're actively involved in the learning process. So it gives students the power. And I'll give you this contrast. From a non-IoT scenario, we talk about in business studies, in information systems, about supplier, producer, consumer. If we had the IoT ingredient in the process, in the scenario, then this is what we would be talking about. It gives that level of richness, that opportunity to students, and enhances learning. So also IoT empowers students with disabilities in numerous ways. I'll just put that slide there just to demonstrate the impact of what IoT gives students with disabilities. So, you know, it's powerful. It's a powerful tool, and it's a cheap tool that we can make use of. So that's basically what IoT is allowing us. It's allowing us the opportunity to rethink, reevaluate our approaches. And we are going through this industrial digitalization revolution, and it's heading our way. We need to reflect on that and be prepared. So finally, before I leave you, this talk, this making use of IoT in education is going to be extended and forms part of my next event for the LALT people, where I'll be talking about the digitalization 4.0 curriculum, which is part of my project. And I hope many of you turn up there. That's the date, and time and location. So please do turn up. I can't promise pizzas, but, you know, I promise you a good talk. Thank you.